So many good questions, you guys. Thank you to everyone that submitted questions on Instagram for this Q&A. You guys are awesome.
Instagram Q&A. I hope people didn't ask on Twitter. I better go check over there. But yes, thanks to everyone. This is part 2 of our Q&A, and let's get started.
Before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Click the notification box and
thumbs up this video.
Thumbs it right up there, guys.
Oh, wow.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay, first question. How much, oh, I gotta say who said it. Stephanie Young with, how much screen time do you allow the kids per day? Love your channel.
Oh, okay, this is a hard question because sometimes it's no screen time and sometimes it's way too much screen time. But I think we try to stay to the general, like...
We try to keep it to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to feel like they're entitled to a full 2 hours. We're like, that's the most you can have, but... It's
a privilege. It's not a, like, it's not...
They're not, it's not entitled. A right. It's not, yeah, not entitled to it. We don't want to say, I haven't got my full 2 hours, so before I go to bed. So that's the most. And... Which
they have said that, and we were like,
no, not Let's happening. Talk about but sometimes, I don't know, that we'll go to grandma's house or sometimes at our house. If we need to have things we need to do, we'll play the TV card and they'll get more. It's not the law. It's just,
I don't think that there's a problem with that. As long as they're not watching TV or playing video games all day, every day, it's you as a parent, you decide. And sometimes it's a matter of sanity. Like if you're like, I cannot get the house clean or do anything, because Evie's at that age now where I'm like, you're just a tornado. Sometimes I sit her in front of the computer and turn on Elsa and I get some things done. And I do not feel bad about that. And I don't think anyone should.
We'll do it at dinner too if we have to. We're like, you're throwing food, you're being horrible. Yes.
Just look at that, sweetie. You know what though? I do think that you can overuse it and abuse it. But we do try to stay to 2 hours. And sometimes it's more. And sometimes it's none, like I said. So yeah, that's a good question though. Madison Wren asks, what is your favorite worship song? Do you want to answer that one?
If you could hide to Kolob.
I knew that was
I don't know if that's in other religions. I'm guessing it's just in ours. But
it's all
if it's a common one, I don't know. If you could hide to Kolob, Google it. Beautiful song. There's a lot of beautiful renditions of it. But yeah, I love that song.
I have a lot of favorites, and The Fly is not my favorite. I always kind of get choked up because I have been given much song. It makes me cry when I sing it.
Why?
Because I really do feel like we've been very blessed, and it's a song that just reminds you of the duty you have to give back and do good in the world.
Wing It Jenny says, what do you want most for your kids as they grow up?
First of all, why are all these names so weird?
I know, have easier names, guys. It'd make it a lot easier.
What was the question again?
What do you want most for your kids as they grow up? I want my kids to have a little better life than I did. I want them to be honest and respectful and contribute to the world around them. And have a relationship with God.
Above all, I want my kids to know where they came from, and I want them to find out their life's mission. Those two things. I think if you can figure out those two things, who you are and where you came from, and what you're supposed to do on this earth, like I really do believe that in my heart, that everyone here has a special mission that they are supposed to do, and you find that mission by trying to follow God's will. And so if I can get my kids to where they really do understand who they are as a daughter or son of God, and that they're striving to fulfill a life's mission, I've done my job. I'm a happy mama. Someone asked, why does Davey have nipples on his white shirt in this picture? That was the example question I gave.
You can't use the example question.
Because he's not wearing a shirt. He has the best tan lines ever. Oh, light-skinned, redhead problems. So this is from Ashley Grayson Grit. It says, what is the thing you like least? Oh wait, no, what is the thing you like about YouTube the least, basically? So what do you least like about YouTube? You want to answer that, or do you want me to?
I think this is the least favorite thing. It's kind of weird. It's like, it's constant self-promotion. Like, you don't want to be like narcissistic, but like your whole business of being a YouTuber is trying to get yourself out there. It's promoting yourself, basically. I mean, especially as like a blogger, it's like, hey, look at me, look how cool I am. And
which is fun, but I think you can easily lose sight of like what's really important if you're focusing on yourself so much. So I think it's important to try to keep balance.
Stay centered and balanced.
Focus on other people too.
Yeah. What's yours?
I would say my least favorite thing about YouTube is...
I'll answer for you. I'll guess. It's how long she has to hold up the camera and her arm gets tired. No. Okay.
No, it's actually that they have like so much control and power over what is put on the internet. Like, if they don't like something that you put up, they really do have the power to just delete it or demonetize it. Or, I mean, I think that is the thing that I don't love about it. It's not...
We call it the gods of YouTube. Like, the algorithms, they control everything, and there's no communication. It's just whatever they want, that's what it goes. You can't talk to anybody.
And like, if they say, oh, this is not ad friendly, then they can say that and just take off monetization or whatever. And I've seen it with a lot of people, and they're like talking about the death of their child or something, and they're like, oh, not monetizable. Hi, Ambry.
Oh, look who we found. It's Miss Ambry.
I want to finish my question though. But at the same time, I hate to complain because without YouTube being able to do that, there really wouldn't be this platform anyway. So it's worth it. It's something that bugs me, but it's worth it. All right. Do you want to answer a question?
Bye-bye.
I love Unix 17 says, would you ever consider moving to another state and where? Me personally, I think I'll always live in Utah as long as we have grandparents alive and so much family here. I want my kids to grow up with their grandparents. That's important to me because that's how I grew up. And maybe I would consider it later, and I would move not to California. California. Somewhere nice. Somewhere without winter. Maybe Hawaii. I just don't want winter.
I like it here and I don't have any desire to move. However, if we had to move to a different state, I think I would probably pick Texas. There you go. So Amy Q. Vass says, are you ready for the kids to go back to school? Absolutely not. A little part of my heart is dying knowing that school starts next week, and I'm devastated. I'm so upset.
It's nice having them home all day. Yeah.
I'm not that mom that's like, woohoo, school starting. No, and especially this year, because I still don't have everything figured out, and I just don't feel like I'm ready. And I don't feel like we had a long summer. It just kind of was gone. Time flies when you're having fun.
Busy summer. Yeah. We got a lot done.
So no, I'm not. And I will, and someone else asked if I was going to miss Sade, and I really will. I am excited for him to have so many awesome opportunities, because I really do believe the school he's going to is amazing, and he will have so many amazing experiences and opportunities that I would never take away from him, but I'm going to miss him.
Krista Vlogs says, where's the one place in the world you have to go on vacation?
You have to go.
Like us, as in
like,
a recommendation for everybody.
For them. I would say Lake Powell. It must be on your bucket list. It must be. And you need to go, like, if you have to get a houseboat or even like hire someone to take you out on the houseboat.
Got to be on a houseboat. I mean, that's the...
Everyone should do it.
Yeah, you got to be on a houseboat. You got to sleep against the caves with no internet. And just the bats flying down and
amazing.
Swimming at night, and it's hot at night still. It's just...
The water's like bath water. It's just somewhere on earth that I don't feel like is anywhere else.
And just driving through the canyons with these...
In the Grand Canyon, you guys. Like, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. I really think it should be on everyone's bucket list.
And thanks for bringing it up, because we didn't get a go this year, because our friend that we go with, they had a baby.
Their baby is so cute.
So
oh my gosh, it was worth it. Regular 2573 says, April, what was your first impression of Davey? And then she asked the same question, what was your first impression of me? My first impression of Davey was, dang, he's a good dancer. That was the first time I ever saw him.
Mine was smoking hot. Amy S 929 says, what are your guilty pleasure TV shows? I don't know. I don't really feel guilty watching it, but right now we're watching Game of Thrones on the most amazing thing in the world, Vidangel. Yeah, it's like our favorite thing in the world. They're kind of going through some stuff right now, but right now you can take the bad stuff out of movies, and there's a lot to take out on Game of Thrones.
We wouldn't have watched.
Yeah, we wouldn't have watched it. We wouldn't have touched it, but it's a entertaining show, and we love it.
And it opens the door for so many other ones. But yeah, that's our put the kids to bed and we're watching our show.
We're watching Game of Thrones, so yeah, I'll call that a guilty pleasure, but I don't feel guilty watching it.
And you do kind of still like, you know, that they imply things still, so it's still like probably a little risque, but I totally feel fine watching it with the Vidangel.
Yeah.
And we don't take out everything. We probably should.
Check out Vidangel.
Yeah.
It's a great streaming
are you
service.
going to put a link to that below? Because I really feel like more people need to know about it.
Yeah.
Link
And if
below.
I forget, comment and I'll put a link below.
You always forget. So the Earl family says, would you ever do a comment of the day or something in that fashion? I think that's a great idea. I would love to do that.
Is that where you just like you read a comment from the vlog?
Yeah, from the day, like the day
person?
before.
Yeah.
We should do that. Comment below if you want to see us doing that.
And maybe your comment will be the comment of the day.
We'll see what we did there.
Wingit Jenny says, do you enjoy meeting your fans?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. YouTube is such a one-sided thing with just all us and knowing nothing about what's... I mean, comments are great, but when you see faces to it, it's so much more than I love
That's
it.
my favorite thing is when I see someone comment over and over and over again and they're like, I know they're watching a lot and they're interacting. If I can meet that person, I'm like, I actually feel like I do know them because of the way they're commenting. So I love it. And I love meeting people that do comment. So
it's like next level. Like you see the people that are commenting, but I mean, there's not... But then
nice
you see them in person. Yeah, the mean comments.
That might be my other answer. Someone asked me what my least favorite thing about YouTube was. It's probably the mean commenters. Yeah, probably. How do you go about talking to your kids about putting their lives on YouTube? Do you ever have conversations with them about what you do and don't want to share? Yeah, we do, for sure. We explain to them that the internet is a place where when you put something up there, it is there forever, and you don't want to put anything up there that you are not okay with the whole world seeing. And so I think it's important for everyone to teach their children that, especially in this world where most kids have access to the internet and most tweens and teenagers have a cell phone with internet on it. If they understand that concept, and we teach them that you shouldn't put negative things out there. It's so hard, especially if like a company or whatever makes you really mad to not like blast them online. But I'm even learning myself this. I'm like, you know, it doesn't really feel like it doesn't spread goodness to do that. So we really do talk to them a lot about like making sure that what we say and do online is positive and spreading goodness, because there's enough junk in the world. We don't need more hate online. We need more acceptance, love, and just plain goodness.
Just be nice, guys.
Just stop it. Stop being mean.
This is a good one. 2B Rose says, previous jobs before becoming a YouTuber, very first until now. I don't know if there's time in this video.
I will go first because I am a lot more simple than Davey. So previous jobs, my very first job was I did like delivery newspaper and I didn't get paid per hour. I'd have to go every month and collect a donation from all the houses I delivered on my route, which was so awkward, but I'd make about $30 a month. So that was my first job. Second job was at Raging Waters. At the time it was called Raging Waters. Now it's like Seven Peaks. But I was a pool monitor, so not really a lifeguard, but like kind of a fake lifeguard. And then my next job after that was at Sizzler, the restaurant, and I loved that job. I was there for 4 years. And then after that, I did that while I was in high school and college. And then I was a hairstylist, and those are basically all of my jobs. And then I was self-employed from that point. I was a wedding photographer. God, I guess I have had a lot. So hairstylist and wedding photographer. And now YouTuber. So I've had 6 jobs my whole life.
Elsa.
That's YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna forget some, but I'm just gonna go through them as fast as I can because there's not a lot of time. I've had, basically, what I have now is perfect for me, so I'm gonna keep this for a long time, but I'm gonna go back.
Herd of elephants are going around upstairs. Oh my God.
Everybody's getting under to brush their teeth. All right, here we go. Here's my jobs. First job, paperboy.
We had the same first job.
Second job, assembling furnace parts for a lady in our ward, or in our neighborhood. Then I was, when I turned, pick corn, hard farm labor. Picking corn, picking cucumbers for like $2 an hour. Hard manual labor, like probably the hardest I ever did. And it was almost, it was rough. When I turned 16, I became a dishwasher at Boston Market. Washed dishes. I was the fastest dishwasher they had. I was a sandwich artist in high school, making sandwiches. I was a sample boy at Sam's Club.
A noodle guy at the...
Oh, for one day, I was a noodle guy at the pizza factory in Orem. I was a multi-level market person for a while. Didn't work out so well, lost a lot of money. I was, what else have I had? Okay, I was a waiter off and on for many years, including the airport. I was a TSA, I was a security agent, fired from the federal government, falling asleep on the job. I don't know, somebody
Don't worry,
through.
Someone's watching that x-ray machine.
So somebody's watching it. I was a traffic person, move your car along, got fired from that.
Because of getting fired.
Because I got fired from the previous one. I was a tire delivery guy. I delivered tires all over the state of Utah. Fired from that. Burnt out an engine in a truck. Doing my best. Delivery guy. Did I say that? DHL.
He's listing the negatives when I was trying to decide if I was going to marry him.
I was going through some rough job opportunities when I met April.
No, yeah, you just are not an employee.
Delivery guy, yeah, I don't work good for the man.
He works good for himself.
Is that all my jobs?
No, you missed like 7 or 8 ice cream delivery jobs.
Oh, I was an ice cream man. So many jobs. Oh, I did a lot of substitute teaching. I was a security guard.
Temp.
A lot of temp construction jobs. That was kind of like the manual picking corn, the manual labor, like doing stuff that machines could do, but they could pay. It was cheaper to hire humans to do it.
Pest
so I got to do
control.
that. Sold pest control for one day and drove to Texas. I was gonna strike it rich, and we quit halfway through the day, watched a movie, and then drove back to Utah. Sales is not my thing. I've worked in call centers. You guys, this is a long question.
You probably have at least 7 more jobs you forgot about.
Oh yeah, I was a traveling salesman, delivering
DHL?
things. Yeah, I said that. DHL. I think that's about it. Oh, I worked on an assembly line, putting CDs in cases all day with people that cared a lot about it.
And then wedding videographer.
Oh, wedding video. Yeah, let's even get to that. 12 years, I was a full-time wedding videographer.
That is where
won many awards, best in state, best in the country. I was awesome at it. And then that segued into YouTube, where now I just do YouTube, and I love it. But for the most part, most of our marriage, I've been fortunate enough to work at home and be with my kids when they go to school and drive them to school, and that's kind of what is important to me. And I feel very blessed that we've been able to do that.
It's really crazy to me. As soon as we met, you only had maybe like 5 of those jobs. It was like a couple waiter, the TSA, the traffic, and then like the DHL, and then wedding videographer. So it's only like the rest of them were all pre me and Davey.
I got a lot of it out of my system before.
He was young. But he's a hard worker. He just doesn't like it when he gets told what to do if he has a better way of doing it.
Yeah, I'm kind of Mr. Efficiency, and when somebody wants to do it better, then we kind of butt heads. So that's it. Comment below if you guys like this. I like doing this. This
was fun.
Yeah, I love doing this. We could do this for a few hours
tired.
if you guys wanted to, but April's gonna go to sleep now. So thanks for watching, and we got a lot of fun stuff coming up for you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. I'm really so tired. Sorry. Bye. Gotta go.